What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We're once again back here on NBA 2K26, here for another rebuild as we find ourselves back in the Eastern Conference, back in Florida. And today we have ourselves the Miami Heat, which are a somewhat interesting team in the East. Most people would say that they're not really a contender, but they're also not really bad either. So let's go ahead and jump in and rebuild the Miami Heat in NBA 2K26. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like in this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. But as I said, the Miami Heat are one of those teams that are probably kind of stuck in the middle as of right now. Of course, when they had Jimmy Butler, they were always a contender in the East, no matter what the record was in the regular season. But we all know that went south last year. He requested a trade. It was a mess, and they finally did trade him. They get Wiggins and they get like Yakachonas, I believe, as well out of that trade or something like that. They ended up getting a first from the trade as well from the Warriors. But Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero, Norman Powell. So, of course, they do acquire Norman Powell this offseason. So that'll be an interesting addition for this team. So we look at the rotation as of right now. This is what it's looking like currently. Now, I would have to assume that it's actually going to be Hero at point guard and then Norman Powell at the 2. That's what my assumption would be for season number 1 for them. So they already have Tyler Hero at point guard. So I think the only thing we need to fix is Norman Powell at the 2. I think this is probably what it would look like with Wiggins starting. That's just my guess. Now, they actually have Hero coming off the bench, which still makes no sense. So we'll fix that. So it's going to be Tyler Hero, Norman Powell, Andrew Wiggins, Bam Adebayo, and Khalil Ware as our starting 5 going into year number 1 with Davion Mitchell, Jaime Jaquez, Jovic, and then Pelle Larsson. So that's all great. I would love to see Yakachonas get some minutes in year 1. So we're going to go ahead and I guess run a 10-minute rotation. Once again, we'll fix Hero and Davion Mitchell. It doesn't really make a lot of sense that Mitchell... it's probably... I can guess why that's probably happening. I'm going to assume that Spoelstra's system is defense. That's why it's doing that. But I'm going to give Yakachonas some minutes in year 1. And then I do want to get Hero more than 27 minutes a night as well for sure. So we'll go something like this. Take some minutes away because Hero is going to be our best scorer on this team. Give him about 35 minutes a night. So that's what it's going to look like. And then again, I'm going to assume proficiency. Yeah, that's why, because Spoelstra's system was defensive preferred. So I'm going to go ahead and simulate year number 1. I'm not sure if I'll solve the trade deadline or not. It kind of depends on how the team is doing. If I do, of course, I will show you as usual. If not, I will see you guys at the end of year 1 with this Miami Heat squad with Powell on the team now. So we are at the trade deadline, as currently we are not a very good team in the Eastern Conference, so I'm actually looking to sell some things off. So I got Norman Powell here and a second-round pick heading to Houston. We're going to get Fred VanVleet, who has a player option, which he'll accept. But the reason why I'm, of course, doing this trade is for this Nets pick in 2027, which is what I'm super interested in. The Rockets, of course, are a contending team right now. Powell would be somebody who would fit extremely well next to Amen Thompson. So to me, this trade makes a ton of sense for both teams. You could have Amen Thompson move to the point guard. Norman Powell starts at the 2 for the Rockets. I think it makes a lot of sense. So we're going to go ahead, make this trade happen. That's probably going to be our first of many trades at the deadline because, like I said, right now we're currently 19-33. I don't plan on like fully resetting everything, but I think we need to retool and collect some assets to keep building this team. The other move we're going to be doing at the trade deadline is sending Wiggins over to the Bucks. The Bucks are desperate for anything at this point. We're not getting a great pick for this. We're getting Kuzma's contract as well, but Wiggins is probably going to accept their player option, so it's the same deal. It's just the Bucks are upgrading with, obviously, Andrew Wiggins instead of Kuzma. We get a 2028 first-round pick swap. That's probably not going to be very good, but regardless, we're going to go ahead and make this trade happen. Kuzma's contract is something we can use in the future for maybe a trade, but I'm just trying to garner as many assets as possible at the deadline as we're 19-33. The good thing is we should be a lottery team this year, so that will be super helpful as well. But I don't plan on trading Hero or Bam, at least for now. I want to keep rolling with them, and I want to hope we get lucky in the lottery, in this upcoming lottery. So the only other thing I need to fix is we need to give Yakachonas his minutes again, and I'll see you guys at the end of year 1. Jokic is going to win MVP at the end of year 1. Flag is a rookie of the year. Malik Monk is your 6th man. Wemby is your depoy. By the way, they're mowing literally right outside my house right now, so I apologize if you guys can hear that at all. It's like literally happening as I'm talking at the moment. But regardless, here are the awards, and we all know we, of course, did not make the playoffs this year, so that was to be expected. We kind of sold some things at the trade deadline to make sure we're in position to be a lottery team this year, but we end up as, I don't even remember what seed we were. So we were the 11th seed, so we were literally right on the cusp of making the play-in tournament. Unfortunately, I would have loved to have been much worse than that, but regardless, we'll end up with a pick in 2026 that could be helpful for us. So 21 from Bam, 20.5 from from Bam Adebayo, 21 from Hero, 20 from Bam, 17 from Kuzma, 13 from Fred VanVleet. So let's go ahead, simulate these playoffs, and let's see who goes on to win the whole thing. You got Dallas and Minnesota, Knicks and Timberwolves, and it is going to be the Timberwolves beating the Knicks in 5. And of course, Chris Paul is going to call it. LeBron James actually is not going to retire yet. Let's go to the lottery and let's go see where our pick ends up, because this is going to be a huge first step to this offseason retool for us. So the 7th overall pick, best odds there. Let's see if we can jump up at all, and we stay at 7. So at least it's better than going down. Pelicans get number 1 via the Milwaukee Bucks, which I believe should probably be going to the Hawks, but again, 2K just doesn't seem to have that correct. A lot of these just aren't correct, and I've just been ignoring it every video. I don't even worry about fixing it anymore because it's just annoying. But Spoelstra is your head coach still, so we'll obviously leave that the way it is. Now we have the 7th pick, so I do think it makes the most sense to just go in and draft with it. So we'll probably get somebody good, and then more than likely, my hope is that we can make a big trade this offseason using that Fred VanVleet and Kuzma contract. But we do have to wait till Fred decides to accept his player option, which I assume he will, but maybe he decides not to. I guess we'll find out. Let's jump into the draft. So number 1 is going to be Mr. Darren Peterson to New Orleans. I was expecting to see the bands up, but he goes to Charlotte instead. Dame Sarr to Utah. We got Cameron Boozer to Phoenix. And then we got the Rockets taking Mikal Brown. The Wizards take Nate Ament, which I would have loved to have taken him, but unfortunately do not get the chance to do so. So we got Chris, which, while we don't need another center, I mean, it would be nice to just kind of have that figured out. Or we could take Elijah Arenas here as well. But I think I am going to go ahead and take Chris. I don't know how to say his last name. I'm going to take Chris here to be our new rotational center for us. So that's what I'm going to do at pick 7. Whether he stays or gets traded eventually, he's going to be a good asset for us regardless. 74 overall, so will play right away for us. We could have taken Kareem Lopez as well, but still very happy with it. I think I would have loved to have taken Nate Ament there out of all players, but it is what it is. So we'll go ahead and accept all of these, even though, like I said, Fred VanVleet was going to accept anyway. Jovic, I will extend the qualifying offer. It'll be interesting to see what he ends up becoming. And then Bird Rights, Rozier, and Jovic are both free agents. So, yeah, no interest in bringing Rozier back. And obviously, Jovic isn't asked for too much money, so we'll probably bring him back as well. So, this is where the big thing comes in. We need to make that trade to push us out of where we're at right now. We need to figure out how can we do that. So, we collected a couple assets at the trade deadline. That's going to be useful. And we'll see if we can maybe use those in these contracts that we have to make a big move, because that's what's going to push us back to where we want to be. As far as free agency is concerned, while there's like Kevin Durant and all of that, I'd like to go for something younger. I'd like to give us a long-term plan. So that is going to be the plan. I'm hoping to find someone we can go for that will be like the superstar of this team, supported by Hero and Bam, but we'll see if we can find that. So I have 3 targets in mind. All 3 were on bad teams last year. So we are going to have LaMelo Ball on the Charlotte Hornets. We will have John Morant on the Memphis Grizzlies and Zion Williamson on the New Orleans Pelicans. Those are the guys I'm kind of looking at right now. I'm kind of tempted by John Morant. Not with someone I trade for that often, but he would be our brand new point guard. Put him next to Hero. John Morant, Hero, Bam Adebayo. I like that kind of trio. LaMelo Ball also makes sense, but I'm going to try with John Morant first. So we're going to have to include Kuzma and Fred VanVleet's expiring contract, of course, to start things off with. We're going to include this Nets pick that I just got, which I knew would be valuable, but we're going for it. That's why we're willing to trade picks right now. So, and we'll trade this 2028 swap we got, and then we're probably have to include a young player. So whether it's Hawkes or, I mean, we could throw Davion. I guess we can't throw Davion Mitchell. It's a little too much salary for them. So let's see. Does Yakachona speak to them? You know, I don't really want to give up on Yakachona, but if we're getting John Morant, we probably have to give up some value here. So let's say we did this for John Morant. Would the Grizzlies be interested in this and they don't agree to it just yet? Okay. What if Jaime Jaquez was in here as well? Or do we throw like Kyle Larson in here? So let's see if that makes a difference. Not, unfortunately. So we're not going to get John Morant without, what about, yeah, Jaime Jaquez making too much money. I'll throw another pick in here, but I'm going to assume they're going to say no. So not getting John Morant was worth a shot. So John Morant's going to be off limits, but there is a man in Charlotte, same thing. We can go for LaMelo Ball. So I'm going to keep it at this and see what they say. Try to keep Yakachona out of the negotiation. Or we'll give him Jaime Jaquez, though. I feel like I got to throw in, nope, they can't take a salary. So they probably couldn't take Yakachona's salary either, could they? They could. Okay. I'm going to go 3 first instead of Yakachona, see what they say. And they agree. So we're going to get LaMelo Ball off the Charlotte Hornets. I knew we needed to make some kind of superstar trade, and LaMelo Ball becomes that. Now, obviously, the issue with LaMelo Ball is that the injuries have just been something he's dealt with every single season. But we're going to hope that fixed itself here in Miami. 24 years old, fits the timeline, and we have a long-term approach with him. So Hero will be moved to the 2 guard now. No need for him to start at point guard anymore. So now we have LaMelo Ball, Davion Mitchell, Yakachonas will probably move to the backup 2 guard, honestly. Jaime Jaquez, Bam Adebayo, and then we have Chloe Ware and Chris, which I feel great about. So the only thing that needs to be brought back is Jovic, and I'd prefer if we had a wing, obviously. I mean, we traded some of our wings just now. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting what we do there. But I'm going to give Jovic an offer, and low-key, I think Barnes might be our best option right now for a minimum contract to be a wing this year for us. But let's see if there's anybody else that wouldn't be too bad. There's Hardaway, there's Bogdan, there's Beasley, but yeah, that might be the two guys we settle on in free agency. So Jovic and Barnes will be signed. That'll be done. So although I know our wing position is really weak, I did see Wiggins here though, so I'm going to give him an offer too. Don't know why he hits free agency and just expects a minimum. I mean, I keep meaning to fix the contract sliders, but I'm also doing like every single rebuild the way like this, so might just leave it for now. So I'm going to go ahead and move Barnes. Well, I can move Barnes to the 3. I can move Wiggins to the 3. I'll move Wiggins to the 3 right now. And we're going to see how much Jaime Jaquez develops as well. That's going to be interesting to watch. But let's go to player progression and see. So we got LaMelo up to an 89. You got Jaime Jaquez up to a 79. So that is a good sign that he continues to develop because we definitely could use that right now. Chloe 81. Yakachon is up to a 78. So he developed really nicely. So I'm glad we kept him around. Barnes is regressing, which is not surprising. So he probably won't crack the rotation. And then Wiggins at a 77. So we'll probably have a Jaime Jaquez start at the 3, and Wiggins will back him up. But I feel pretty good about how that first offseason went. We feel like we're probably back in the status of being relevant again. We were bad last year. We're hoping that things are different this coming season. The power rank has us 13th overall, which is pretty good. We're a 4-star pace and space, and we could be 4-star balance in different proficiencies is what I'm trying to say. But we'll have a 9 rotation for this season. It will be LaMelo Ball, Tyler Hero, Jaime Jaquez, Bam Adebayo, and Chloe Ware, with Yakachonas, Davion Mitchell, Wiggins, and Jovic. I do want to get Chris some minutes right away, though, so I guess we will run a 10-minute rotation. That way Chris does get some run here. We'll put him in over Pelle Larson, so I want him to play because I know he can develop really nicely for us, and that's going to be huge. The only other thing I do want to do is I guess I'm going to move Yakachonas to a shooting guard role. He'll stay the same overall. Nate, I want to keep him as like still a secondary shooting guard though, so we'll go shooting guard and then our secondary point guard, I should say. So we'll do that, and that's what it'll look like. All right, I'm feeling okay about this. Shot tendencies, we have Lamelo's is pretty high, so is Tyler Hero, so those will be the 2 scores. Bam's is a little bit higher than I'd want, so maybe I'll push this down just a tad bit. Let's go with 70 touch tendency and 65 shot tendency, and we'll see how it goes. So last year did not go well, but with LaMelo Ball in town next to Tyler Hero, hopefully we have the defense to support those two, which I believe we do. Maybe we could look to upgrade even further at the wing position eventually, but so far we're off to a decent start. We look to be a playoff team in the East again, and that's all I can ask for as of right now. So I'm not going to lie, the plan was for me to always keep Tyler Hero, but we're kind of slipping at the trade deadline at the moment. So I kind of like a couple of trades here. We can go Andrew Nembhard off the Pacers. I wouldn't hate this because Hero could be reunited with Halliburton, who I believe played together in high school or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm looking to get a defensive guard basically next to what we have in LaMelo Ball right now. The other tempting option is Atlanta's Dyson Daniels. Jaren Jackson is cool too, which I do like the idea of. But I am going to, I think, lean towards this one. So we're going to get Dyson Daniels and a lottery protected 1st-round pick. Not the most realistic trade, I always admit that, but I think he will be a perfect fit next to LaMelo Ball. So Tyler Hero, Harrison Barnes for Dyson Daniels and a lottery protected 1st. Maybe the lottery protected 1st is kind of necessary to be in here because, I don't know, I just feel like, I guess they are just gung-ho on giving us that pick. So Dyson Daniels comes in and becomes a new starting shooting guard, which I think is going to just fit a little bit better defensively, which is why I liked that idea. And then Jaime Jaquez, I still want to upgrade from him eventually, but I just didn't really find a way to do that right now. But for now, he is kind of what we have. I mean, I could throw Jovic and Jaime Jaquez out there, see what it gets us maybe. And we got like Josh Hart, which I don't hate the idea of. Maybe we could do something like that. We could also get Dyson Daniels' brother, Quentin Grimes. Herb Jones would be perfect low-key, but man, these trades are a little too, like, I'm taking advantage of the 2K trade finder. I don't like to do it too much, but this trade would be perfect for us, getting Herb Jones. But I think I'll stand pat for now. I know that trade would have made a lot of sense for us, but I like to be somewhat realistic for the most part. So even though what I just did wasn't very much, but whatever. Trying to find a perfect balance, at least for these beginning rebuilds. I'll see you guys at the end of year 2. Hopefully we find ourselves in the play-in. I'm real disappointed right now that we're not actually a playoff team, but it is what it is. Wemby is your MVP, Boozer is your Rookie of the Year, Dame is your 6th man, Wemby's your depoy as well, Scoot's your most improved, and Steph's your clutch player, Kid is your Coach of the Year, executive goes to Nathan Mack, and your Cub MVP was Darius Garland. So here is your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third team. So we do get LaMelo Ball representing, which is good to see because obviously we traded a lot to get him, and we're happy to see him playing well for us here in Miami, so that's great. We do end up as a play-in team, so I would have to imagine that we still need one more move to really further solidify this team as a contender. I think we can get like a third or a second guy at the wing spot to maybe score a little bit and play some defense. I think that'd be the most ideal thing we could possibly do. But Bam Adebayo being a second scorer and 19 points per game is not too bad to see either. Okay, Chicago is our first round matchup. I'm going to go ahead and shrink this down to 9 rotation for the playoffs. So that will probably kick out, unfortunately, Chris here. Is fine. But all right, let's simcast against Chicago. Let's see if we get to the actual dance this year. Of course, Miami has been from the play-in to the finals, so we could do that hopefully here too. That'd be cool. But we're probably going to... Okay, wow, that was a close game, but we do lose, unfortunately, at the very end there. So Davion Mitchell is cold. Probably going to be using his contract if he's not expiring this offseason to make a move, I would have to guess. Detroit's going to be our second play-in matchup. They, of course, kind of have a very similar team still going. They have Cam Thomas now and Vucevic, though. So they have upgraded a little bit. But let's see if we can get out of the play-in tournament and into the actual playoffs. So we have the lead right now, but it is a close game just like the Chicago one was. And it would not surprise me if we lose here at the end. But we do hang on and get to the actual playoffs. We get to play the Pacers in round 1. So we got Halliburton, Nembhard, Mathurin, Siakam, Mitch Robinson, Quentin Grimes, and Aaron Nesmith. Very solid team in Indiana, but let's see if we can give them any problems at all. I'm also going to just go ahead and go 8-man rotation in these playoffs, and let's see what happens. So, here goes nothing. Game 1 is going to go to West. Wow, we beat them in 6. Are we doing what we usually do in Miami? Are we going to find a way to go from the play-in to the finals? Probably not. They're going to even it up. They're up 2-1. It was a nice Game 1 victory, but it looks like it's going to go bye-bye. Oh, wait a minute. We win another one. Hold on. We're not dead yet. Can we simcast Game 6 and win it and force a Game 7 and scare the Pacers off as the first seed? That would be pretty cool. We have the lead right now. Can we hang on to it? We are going to force a Game 7. That was a close game. 110 to 112, but a Game 7 is indeed happening. So let's see if we can find a way to win on the road in Indiana and knock off the first seed in the East. Man, we got a shot, but... Indiana has the lead right now. They are not... Oh, we take it at the end, though, and we are going to knock off the first seed in the Eastern Conference. New York's going to be the second round matchup, but we actually just knocked off the Pacers. So that is the Miami way. I'm not really surprised to see that. And the beautiful thing is this team should only get better. I'm hoping Chloe Ware, Yakuchones, and then even Chris are going to only develop really well this offseason. So I'm feeling good about where we're at. So now it is time to play the Knicks, though. Don't know if we'll have that same luck against the that we had against the Pacers, but let's see. We do win Game 1, though. We do win Game 1, though. We're up 2-0. Oh, my gosh. We got to simcast the rest. I'm looking to get to the conference finals. This is the Miami way. We get out of play-in tournament, and we go on to win championships. Okay, they didn't quite do that, but still got very close. Oh, my gosh. We were so close to going up 3-0 on this New York Knicks team, but we lose Game 3. We just got to win Game 4. That's fine. We took both road games. Just take care of one home game. One home game is all I'm asking for right now, but they might even it up. Let's see. Back and forth game. They take the lead late. They're going to run with it. Okay, fair enough. So we're in a 2-2 series again. It was kind of cool there for a second, but it looks like New York may have control again. But if we win another road game, then hey, we're back in it. So the road team has won every single game. Can we continue that theme here? Nope, they're going to... Oh, yeah, they're running with it. So it was kind of fun there, but I think we have lost, unfortunately. So, oh, we forced a Game 7, though. So Game 7 is going to happen in New York on the road. No way we win another Game 7, right? Against the higher seed. They have the lead right now, but we've been behind them the whole time. We take the lead for a second. We take... Oh, my gosh. That was so close. 116 to 119. But, man, it is a good sign that we have something special brewing here. The Knicks do go to make the finals. They do lose to the Thunder, though. Man, we were so close to getting to the conference finals after that. Here are your retirements. LeBron James is going to call it this time around. So is Paul George. And now we can go to the lottery. This won't matter for us, of course, because we, made a trade. The 76ers getting number 1, Thunder via Utah. And then as far as our pick is concerned, I believe our pick is going somewhere else, if I'm not mistaken. But I could be wrong. We will be picking at... I think I saw the Hornets have our pick. Yeah, that's right. Because of the Rozier trade, I think, back in the day. All right. Draft night, here we go. Let's see if I can make another move here to further push us into where we want to be. So let's go to player options. We got Ware, Yakachonas, and Drew Smith. We'll accept Drew Smith, and then qualifying offers Larson and Hami Jaquez. So yeah, I'll accept both those guys as well. Try to keep the continuity as much as possible, but I would like an upgrade at the backup 3. I'm going to keep Davion. Actually, you know what? I may move off of Davion Mitchell. He got cold in the playoffs for some reason. We have George here. Wow, we can get Keontae George for $11 million. That's pretty cool. Or you got Lonzo. Oh, Lonzo Ball. Yeah, give me some Lonzo Ball. Reunite him with his brother. You have Nick Smith, Jordan Poole, Gary Trent as well. Got Michael Porter. Ooh, DeAndre Hunter. Okay. I do like the idea of DeAndre Hunter as well, but I think we're going to go Hami Jaquez and Lonzo. So we're going to not re-sign Davion Mitchell. We're going to get Lonzo Ball and Hami Jaquez. That's going to be a good start. And then we could still get MPJ. I mean, yeah, might as well, right? He's 82 overall, right? Oh, no, it goes to the Grizzlies. Damn. Okay, never mind. There's Jordan Poole, but okay. So Jordan Poole would be good, but I think I'm looking to make a trade now. So we got the Ball brothers as the guard rotation. We got Yakachonas and Dash Daniels still. Hami Jaquez still your 3, and Chris and Kolo Ware. So I still like that. So I think the biggest thing we need to do is trade Jaquez and Jovic and hopefully get a upgrade at the starting small forward spot. I am definitely all in on this trade from the Denver Nuggets. We give them Hami Jaquez, Jovic, and a live protected Hawks pick. We get Christian Brown and Dylan Brooks. Yeah, sign me up for that. Couple 3-and-D guys that would really help what we have right now with, obviously LaMelo and Bam Adebayo, Kolo Ware. So I like this a lot. That trade's going to be really nice for us. So the only thing that I do wonder about is, should we keep Christian Brown? Should we sign him to the 3, or should we flip him immediately? And that is something I do want to consider. So let's see if we turn this into a 3-team deal, if anything would pop up that we find interesting as a starting 3. Because Brooks is fine, but yeah, I guess we'll just go ahead and keep him. So Christian Brown is going to stay, and we're going to go to player progression, and we're going to see how much these young guys are developing. As I told you guys, the biggest thing we need to hope for is that Kolo Ware, Chris, and Yakachonas are developing really nicely. Let's see. Yakachonas is up to an 83, so I do like that. That's great. We have Bam Adebayo down. Kolo Ware is not moving. A little disappointed by that. Chris also went up. Brooks and Brown are both down. So that is definitely pretty crappy to see. But Dastin was up to an 88, which that's good. And Bam went down. But it is what it is and all that front. Paul Larson's also up. So, all right. It is okay. I thought Kolo Ware would move a little bit. He does not. We're going to go into year 3 with a positive mindset. Not the development I wanted to see. But, hey, we almost still got to the conference finals last year from the play-in. So I'm still sniffing ourselves. I'm still smelling a good year this coming season, or at least I'm hoping so. So I'm going to go ahead and play Yakachonas at the 3 this season. Don't really know how well that's going to go, but he's 6'6", just going to play him there. He's our best overall to play there, so that's why we're doing it. We got Lonzo Ball, Dyson Daniels, Yakachonas, Bam Adebayo, Kolo Ware, Christian Brown, Lonzo Ball, Brooks, and then when we run an rotation, of course, Chris will get some run as well. So that is what we'll run. At least Larson out of the rotation, but I feel good. We almost got to the conference finals last year, 1 game away. Power rank has us 4th overall. Our proficiency is still 4-star pace and space. So leave things the way they are. A little disappointing that Ware didn't go up to like an 84 or something, but still expecting a good season. We start out slow, but hopefully we turn things around. I will see you guys at the end of year 3. So Cooper Flagg wins MVP for the Dallas Mavericks. Stokes is Rookie of the Year in Philly. Murray's your 6th man. Wimby's your depoy. Wilson's your most improved. Cade's your clutch player. What is Caleb Wilson up to nowadays? Still an 80 overall over there. And then 6th man defensive player. We saw all of that. And then Coach of the Year, executive. And then Cup MVP went to Josh Giddey. So here is your All-NBA first team. All-NBA second. LaMelo Ball continues to, wow, look at that. 32 points per game. This actually kind of makes sense because we obviously got rid of the second scorer in Tyler Hero. It's kind of LaMelo Ball centric now. So for better or for worse, that's what we are. Dastin Daniels makes an all-defense first team. And then kind of hoping to see Bam on here, but we don't. All-rookie first team and all-rookie second team. One thing we do, though, is end up as the first seed in the East. So that's a great sign. We had 32 from LaMelo, 19 from Bam, 14 from Yakachonas, 11 and 8 from Kolo Ware, 11 from Brown, and then 10 from Dylan Brooks, 9 from Lonzo Ball, 8 from Dyson Daniels, and 7 and 5 from Chris. And then as far as our team stats are concerned, this is what it looked like this year. So offensive rating, number 7, and defensive rating, we may be number 1, and no, we're number 2. So Dallas had to be above us, of course. But all right. We are in the Eastern Conference, so we don't have to deal with the Mavericks, at least for now. We get the Toronto Raptors in round 1. All that matters, of course, is how far we're going to go here. So hopefully we have what it takes to go deep once again. We've got super close to making it to the conference finals. Let's see if that happens. So game 1 is going to go to us, 124 to 109. 34 from Bam, 28 from LaMelo. Game 2 is going to go to us. Game 3 is going to go to us. So far, so good. And we'll sweep the Toronto Raptors. Now we get Cleveland or New York. So we got super close to beating the Knicks last year, and we get to play them this year. So, and Indiana is on the other side. So if we see them, we beat them last year too. So I don't know. It could swing in our favor. Legitimately thought this was Ron Baker for a second. But go ahead. Game 1, we're up 1-0. Game 2, 2-0. So far, so good. 3-0, and the Knicks are no match. We beat them in 4. Let's go. Give me the Pacers. We just beat them last year. I can beat them again. It is the Pacers. So this actually swinging in our favor, and we might have what it takes to take down the whole East and get to the finals. We, upset this team last year. Let's see if we can do it again. Game 1 is going to go to them, though, so they may look to return the favor. We do even it up, though. Game 3 goes to us. Game 4 goes to us. And Game 5 goes to us, and we're in the finals. Let's freaking go. Is it going to be a rematch of Spurs-Miami? It might be. It is. San Antonio versus the Miami Heat in the NBA Finals. So, since it is the Spurs, of course, I will absolutely respect this team and simcast every single game. Kareem Lopez is only an 80 overall in year 2. So, we didn't really, I guess, he's better than Chris currently right now. But I feel okay that we took Chris there. Simcasting Game 1 in Miami. It would probably be in our best, probably in our best interest to win at home, because we don't want to go on the road and have to win some games. But they may have the road win to start things off with. So 134 to 115. We lost Game 1 against the Pacers too. So maybe that's just okay, and we'll win Game 2 and it'll be fine. But right now the Spurs are giving us some issues. They're going to win both road games. So that's not a good sign if we're going to win a championship here. So I am going to go ahead and shrink it down to the 8-man rotation. And we're going to see if we can win both road games. The road team has won every single game. Let's continue that theme. Let's see. I mean, obviously, this is our first road game, so we have to prove that first. We had a nice lead, but the Spurs are trying to get back in it, but we do hang on. Just got to win one more on the road, and we're tied again. So, let's see. Can we tie the series? Again, we score 53 in the first quarter. You'd like to think we don't give up this lead, and I think we will go ahead and win Game 4. So, we tie the series. You got 35 from Melo, 27 from Jokic Jonas, and 23 from Ware, even 22 from Brooks. All right, man. It is time for Game 5, a tied series back in Miami. The road team has won every single game in this scenario. So let's see if we can continue, or stop that theme, I should say. And it looks like we will if we don't give up a lead. 113 and 130. We are one game away from hoisting another trophy for the Miami Heat. Can we win on the road and close this out, or we're going to go to a Game 7? So this is going to be Game 6. The close game relative. Oh my gosh, I don't know what just happened, but I tried to back out and it just, okay. Game 7 in Miami. 8-man rotation. Give me a close game, man. Give me a close game. I really want to jump in if we can. So, Game 7 in Miami. Just give me a close game. That's all I'm asking for. Actually, or we blow them out. That's fine too. And it looks like we will be blowing. Well, hold on. Hold the phone. It is not over yet. They get back in it. So, we're going to slow this down. This is a game we're absolutely going to jump into. It is a 2-point game right now. Man, this is a lot closer than I wanted. We had a big lead there, and then we gave it up. So far, though, it is going to be a 4-point game, and it is I think we jump in and watch the rest of this. 110 and 112, or maybe we could play this out. Which one do we want to do? Let's maybe simulate it a little bit more. Okay, 2 minutes left. I think we jump in. We're going to jump in and watch this bad boy unfold. I think it's better when we watch, though. That way, it's not in my control, and I'm not stressed out. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in here. And we're going to see if we can take care of business. So, Brown's going to be on the inbound. We got our whole... I like the 5 we have on the floor right now. So, Bam has the ball. We have the lead right now. He's going to give it to Dyson Daniels. Back to Bam. Bam's going to give it to LaMelo. LaMelo has a... Okay. I mean, it was a wide open 3, and he hits it. So, 115 to 110. He kind of faded there a little bit. But 44 on the night for LaMelo Ball. So, you can tell he wants his championship for the Miami Heat. We have a 5-point lead right now. Oh, my gosh. Bam almost got the steal there. That was close. I don't mind the gamble, but... would have been nice to be in position to guard Wemby down low, but whatever. So, 3-point game again. We got Bam. Nope. Lonzo is going to go screen. Okay, Bam's going to give him a screen. Oh, man. If Bam was cutting, that was a wide open lane there, but I liked that pass. Bam, though, somehow glitches into the paint, and it's going to be a 5-point game again. So, nice finish there by Bam Adebayo. We need him to guard Wemby now, which is obviously a tough task, but still need him to do it. The Wemby's trying to cook Bam Adebayo on the perimeter. Wemby makes something happen here. Wemby's just going to challenge Bam. He's going to kick it to AJ Mitchell, to Kareem Lopez, to Nikola Topic. Topic is going to give it to Castle, who's well guarded. He's shooting a 3, And Wemby gets the offensive rebound. Oh my gosh, what a brutal offensive board to see happen. We had the whole possession on lock there, and we just give it up there at the end. Melo Ball's trying to cook AJ Mitchell. Great defense by Mitchell, though. Kicks it to Brown. Dice Daniels is going to screen from Bam Adebayo. Daniels is going to take... Oh my gosh, what a pass. 119 to 114. I'm glad I'm not playing right now. I ain't doing anything that Miami's done so far. So, that was a great play there. Stephon Castle has the ball. Wemby is going to run to the paint. Bam is going to do his best, but it's Wemby, so I'm not surprised. It's a 3-point game, though. We just got to put this ball in the basket one more time, and that could be dagger. That's all we need. LaMelo, we've been great on offense. LaMelo, 3. He's going to... Oh, it goes in and out. Okay, it's a 3-point game, though. Just don't allow a 3. AJ Mitchell is going to get it. He's going to get... Oh, my gosh, I'm nervous. AJ Mitchell has... He's going to give it to Wemby down low. We just got to play the foul game, then. Bam Adebayo... Okay, so they got a foul. It's a 1-point game. We still have the lead right now. There's no need to panic. We still have the lead. So, as long as we give it to the right guy to shoot these free throws, we should be able to close this out. But, all right, let's see who's going to get the inbound. Give it to LaMelo, or Jokic is going to get it. And we're going to... I don't even know how good Jokic is from the free throw line. I'm going to be honest. So, please make both of them. He's going to make the first one. It looked easy. San Antonio does have a timeout. I'm assuming they will use it. Jokic is going to make both. So, it's a 3-point game again. So, we just got to... Stop the 3-point ball. That's all. That's all we need. 12 seconds left on the clock. 118 to 121. Let's see if we can make it happen. San Antonio is about to inbound it. Kareem Lopez is going to give it to Harper. He hoists it, and he's going to miss it. We get the offensive rebound, and it goes back to Jokic. Wow, Harper wasted no time. He just shot that immediately. Jokic back to the free throw line. Makes another one. See if he makes the second one as well. We're looking good at the moment. And he is going to make both. So San Antonio does not have a timeout this time around. Harper is going to bring it up as fast as possible. Wemby, deep 3. Does not go in. And that is going to be all she wrote. Miami is your NBA. The Miami Heat, I should say, are your NBA champions. Let's freaking go. That is a beautiful way to end this one. Very close game 7. Thankfully, we come out on top. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll let you watch the celebration if you feel inclined to do so. See y'all in the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace.